little over an hour ago, Tyrese Maxey has been awarded the most improved player of the 2023-2024 NBA season. Let's talk about his meteoric rise and what this ultimately means for this young player and the Philadelphia 76ers. If you're new to this channel, this is your boy P.kidd. This is P.kidd Talks NBA. We are going to get back on track with this one because we've been missing a lot of news here. But realistically, there's nothing better to start off with than the fact that Tyrese Maxey has capped off his season with the MIP award. Now, the interesting thing about this particular award is, one, as you all know, I am a Bulls fan. I thought that Kobe White, who also had a tremendous leap in his production, would have been able to take this home. But I guess you can't beat someone who's actually made the playoffs, gotten his team in there, was a pivotal reason for it. So let's talk about that. Tyrese Maxey caps off his season with 25 points, which is literally a 5-point jump over his last season total points per game. He also tallies in 6 assists and 3 to 4 rebounds a game, all of which, again, doubling his assist total, contributing on rebounds, leading the team in so many ways, making an all-star appearance at the same time. You really can't discredit them for giving Tyrese Maxey this particular award because, well, frankly, he's earned it. Now, although I am a Bulls faithful, I'm always going to rep my city and rep my town, and I do like the fact that Kobe White has come into his own. You can't change the fact that Tyrese Maxey has been consistent all 70 games that he's played, making him undoubtedly the MIP. MIP. Anyway, but realistically, you know what? This could only mean good things for Philadelphia 76ers, which realistically, I have to sit there and say this. Are in a bit of a situation because ultimately they decided to try the process, and you could say the process worked, and you could argue that it didn't. Ultimately, the process was all about them winning a championship, which they haven't. And throughout this whole kerfuffle that you would sit there and say that, Ben Simmons, James Harden, oh, they had Jimmy Butler at one point. All these people have come through Philadelphia 76ers roster. Tyrese Maxey shows up, and guess what? He's the homegrown talent. He's the one that they draft. He's the one that they actually got a chance to develop. And in 4 years, that process has proved to be one of tremendous benefit to him because he's gone from 8 points a game to 25 points a game in a 4-year span, of which he's improved every single season. In fact, his second season was probably the stronger season to say that he was in my MIP, and I think he was given some votes on that as well. He doubled his point total every year, going from 8 to 17. Realistically, Tyrese Maxey probably is the new process for them. He probably is going to be the future, as you see Joel Embiid, who's growing ever increasingly frustrated with the Philadelphia 76ers and their lack of postseason success. It only makes sense that Tyrese Maxey, who's on the rise, all-star, most improved, that you can kind of continue to build around that. I honestly feel like that's really what the future of the Sixers are going to be, that this new young star is the person that they build around or they try to contribute to as they try to move off of Joel Embiid. Now, I know this is a MIP award. This is not a 76ers solely video, but considering the state that they're in, the fact that they're down 2-0 to the Knicks, who I don't think they're going to come back from at this point, the Knicks are just clicking. It's one of those situations where maybe it's time. Maybe this was the sign. Maybe this is the era for Tyrese Maxey to step into and for them to take a step back from Joel Embiid. Because guess what? The process may have worked to make you relevant again. And they are. They are relevant again. They are a playoff team. Everyone has Joel Embiid as one of those people. As a top 10 player in the league. Top 5 if he's healthy. Keyword if. And now that you have a young star, 25 points a game, things of that nature, he even carried them when Joel was out. This could be their escape route. This could be their way to say, hey, we need to retool a bit, and this is the young star we're going to do it with. Just something to throw out there because realistically, Tyrese Maxey has shown year over year that not only is he available, but he can get it done. And he's done so in a variety of different roles. He's done so off the bench. He's done so at point. He's done so behind James Harden, again, off the bench, but behind James Harden, still being effective, averaging about 20, playing 60 games, but only starting 41. Realistically, he's showing you that no matter how you choose to utilize my talents, I'm going to show up, I'm going to show out, and I'm going to be available. And for the most part, he has. You can't take that away from him. Whereas Joel Embiid, as great as he is, it's if he's healthy, what happens, right? How far are we going to go? Is that can we rely on that? And when he's not healthy, realistically, is the production has the production staved off that much? Now, in this case, with the parity that's in the league, you can see that the 76ers have had a moment where when the Embiid wasn't there and they weren't able to have that 1-2 punch, they did suffer in their record. They were definitively a top 3 team, and then they suffered. But then when you look at the history of it and how often you find yourself in situations like this and how often you have to deal with this concern, it makes you wonder, is the juice really worth the squeeze, especially since you have had no real long postseason success. You have not made the finals. You haven't gotten to the pinnacle, but this is what you've been building towards for eight something years. Is it worth the squeeze, or is this one of those moments where let's try to divest now, and is and Maxey one of those pieces we can do it with? And I think it is. So if you're a 76ers fan, hey, listen, I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but the new face of your team is here. He's one most improved. I know Joel was in line for MVP. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like Kawhi Leonard. No one discredits Kawhi Leonard when he's healthy. No one discredits what he can do. He's a top 5 player when healthy, when on the floor. But look at what I just said. When he's healthy, when he's on the floor. Joel Embiid is not consistently healthy. And in some of the biggest moments, you're wondering if he's going to be on the floor. And then when he is on it, you're not getting it done. Maybe something to consider as you have your most improved player now making a huge leap. Is it time for you to actually consider that? I want to hear your thoughts. Whether it's love, whether it's hate, put it in the chat. I'll be in there with you. Till next time. Peace.